makes, by hand, fairy doors.
Yes.
Fairy doors. Big ones,
and
little ones, because we do not discriminate against the size of the fairy.
No. Anyone that's vertically challenged, we have a door for it. All right.
This brings joy. It brings joy to your outdoor space, like your garden. You tack one of these to a tree, and the tree becomes more than just a living thing. It becomes this fantasy world. Last time you were here, the large one sold out quickly, and I'm going to hold up the two different sizes. This is a fairy door, and this all started with several hundred-year-old piece of oak.
This was carved from a 400-year-old piece of oak, and that 400-year-old piece of oak sat over the forge that was built in the 1600s. So the oak is probably older than that.
Okay.
I had the piece of oak, and I had it for 20 years, and I always said I'm going to do something with it.
Yep.
So I decided I'd carve a fairy door, and of course, when I had the door, I had to have the windows. So I did the fairy door and the fairy windows.
And you get two of the windows. And two of the doors.
And when you put them on your tree, basically you've got a fairy house.
Yes.
Anywhere in your garden, you can create your own fairy village by simply adding your fairy doors and fairy windows.
Well, what they are made of is limestone powder.
Yeah.
Because your little village is a limestone
It's a limestone village, yes.
So it is absolutely impervious to any of the elements.
Yeah.
If it rains, snows, it snows, doesn't matter. People will put them indoors.
Yes.
You kind of put them where they're not quite hidden, but they'll catch your eye by surprise. Outdoors, they are exquisite. My favorite is when you put them on a tree, and the tree becomes a home.
It's a gateway to fairy world. It actually, when you sit there, you look through and you wonder what's going on with the fairies. You're looking in and you're thinking, oh my God, if you're having a bad day, the fairies could be having a good day.
Yes.
And they'll balance it all out. So when you come home from work, you've had it, just sit there and it will just take you away.
You know what that is? You never hear of fairy therapy.
No.
No such thing as a depressed fairy or a gnome.
No, we don't do that.
Right?
We don't do depression.
There was Papa Smurf, but he was,
Well, he was the wrong colour. He was blue. He was blue. We don't do blue. We do green.
These folks, and I want to talk about your workshop too, because, and by the way, just moments before the show started, they added 2 easy pay payments to your product.
Great.
Which I think is wonderful. The smaller size door, and these are still sizable.
Yeah.
That's priced at $32. $46 brings you the big ones. This gentleman, him and his workshop can only make so many of them.
Yes, which is why I'm
because they do them by hand.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, folks when they come to work for, there's no such thing as lunch hour.
No, we don't have clocks. We don't have phones. People will attest to when they try and ring me, they can't get me because I'm in the workshop.
Yeah.
And Sean's worked for us for years, and his girlfriend decided to give up her job and come work with us. And she said, how long do you get for lunch? Because she'd worked in a corporate structure, and he was going, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You're there for 2 years. How can you not know how long you get for lunch? Well, it depends how long Philip's stories are.
That makes sense. Today we're just going to do that. We're just going to tell stories. We're going to share. We're going to have fun. Everything is hand-painted. Everything is handmade. And you put them out with pride. You may not see it, but there's a little hole at the top of each one that allows you to just simply hang them with the simplest of nails that you can find. It's nothing fancy. Just let them become part of your outdoor landscape, part of the trees. Some of them, by the way, they'll stand up if you just put them in the soil in front of your garden and let the garden grow around it.
Looks like they popped up out. So all of a sudden we've had this fairy garden that's just popped up, and it's great for the kids, or it's great for people who come around, and all of a sudden there's no fairy garden, and then the fairy doors arrived, and they can leave notes for the fairy, and actually on the windows it's actually self-cleaning glass.
Okay, good.
Right, it's fairy glass, so it's actually self-cleaning. All right.
It takes time to do every one.
Yes.
They did 1,500 sets in the small, and a lot less. I think it was a little over 1,000 in the big.
Yeah.
But your workshop works all year to bring these to us.
Oh God, yeah. And there's only so many, and you can only get them here.
Right. Yes. Yep.
Because people get on to me and I'm going, sorry, we're busy making them for QVC. Right, yeah, because we originally designed them for QVC. Now, other people have copied us and other people have done other things, but this is quality and they last. And the reason we're doing these year in, year out is because people come back because someone has seen one in a garden and went, oh, you still have that and it still looks as good.
And this is the only place you can get it. And I was talking to Philip earlier, and I'm not being negative in any way. None of this makes sense.
No.
There's no logic in it whatsoever.
There's too much logic out there.
I agree.
We need logical stuff.
That's
we need
exactly
stuff that's just for fun.
When you go out to your garden, and the flowers that are just going to start to bloom. Our crocuses are just about to pop right now, which is a beautiful time of year. And you plant one of these in front of that flower garden, and in a couple more weeks when the flowers come up, it becomes this little village, this community of make-believe, all pretend.
Yeah. And the flowers can grow up between these little pieces.
Through the windows, yeah.
So it actually becomes to life. So the flower can actually grow up through the special fairy glass, which doesn't break.
Doesn't break.
And it's self-cleaning. So you don't need any window cleaners because the fairy is actually quite small.
I love it.
And what's great about them is the weather doesn't affect them.
No.
So most ceramics, when you put them outside,
will break eventually.
Water can penetrate it because it contracts and expands. Because of the way we make this and the special blends we use, it doesn't contract and expand, so the weather can't actually affect it.
Every last one is hand painted. This gentleman puts his stamp of approval on everything that they do. And I will tell you, if you come to my farm, my home, as you pull into the circular driveway, I've got this beautiful stately oak tree. And it's one of my favorite visions of coming home. And on the tree, you won't even notice it unless you're looking.
Yes.
There's a fairy door.
Yeah.
And it makes me smile every day of my life.
Well, then it's done its job, because that's all it has to do, make you smile. When I made the original ones, my father, who ran a carpentry workshop for 41 years, and it's all about function and form, was going, what did they do? I said, they make you smile. There's something wrong with you. He says, it's probably
in all the right ways. Philip,